My name is Jenay Beer. I'm an associate professor at the Institute of Gerontology, and I have a joint appointment in the College of Public Health and the School of Social Work. I specialize in human-robot interaction. Human-robot interaction is a study of how humans and robots socially interact and how we can design that interaction so it leads to a useful and usable product. So the robot that we have in the Institute, a socially assistive robot, it sits on a table and it gives instructions to the older adults, teaching them how to play the piano. And I think back to my long-standing interest in robotics. It certainly does date back to childhood. I loved Star Wars growing up. Fast forward to graduate school, I was in an engineering psychology program, and I was sitting with my advisor and we were brainstorming what area of research I might want to specialize in. Honestly, I was joking. I said, well, maybe robots. And I remember him saying, well, if you want to do that, do it. Let's move forward and see what projects we can come up with. And from there, it just turned into a passion. One thing I love about my research is that we're breaking down barriers. There's a stigma or assumption that older adults don't like technology, and that's actually not true. We live in a world that's surrounded by technology. Everything from our coffee maker when we wake up, to all the gadgets in our car, to using computers at work or for leisure. So older adults do use technology, and they're willing to adopt advanced forms of technology as long as it's useful and it's easy to use. I really love living here in Athens. My husband and I have 2 daughters. Athens is a great place to raise a family. We really enjoy going to the botanical gardens, to Bear Hollow Zoo, to various parks around town. It's incredibly family friendly, and we have very much enjoyed living here. I have a dog at home. His name is Jackson. He's a retriever mix. I also have a really large fish tank and it provides some peace and tranquility in a house that is otherwise filled with screaming children. The beautiful thing about online teaching is it allows us, the faculty, to meet students where they are, and literally and figuratively, right? Students can be located anywhere in the state, anywhere in the world, really, to log in and participate in class. It also gives access to students who otherwise may not be able to get to Athens, Georgia, and participate in a class. I hope students take from my class 2 things. One is that it's okay to ask a lot of questions. And the second is that I hope they kind of look at the world a little bit differently in terms of how they address problem solving. I teach a course that focuses on technology and aging, and often by the end of the course, students tell me that they can't help but use a website and pick it apart and try to figure out, well, what works on this website, what doesn't work, and why. I define success by turning ideas into action. At the Institute of Gerontology, we have an incredibly diverse curriculum that provides students those tools to turn their ideas into action. Whether it's a new technology idea or technology development, working with community partners in developing interventions that actually work for older adults, that's the measure of success and being proud of making that change.